wonderful introduction, and thank you in general for organizing this day, because it's quite important that all the robotics and AI community gets together in one day and presents different aspects of robotics. As you introduced, I come from Greece, but I live in China for the last decade. I have done my PhD here and have started 2 robotics companies here in Beijing and in Shenzhen. And today, let me share my presentation. Let me know if everything's all right. You should be able to see my presentation. Today, I will talk to you. Great. Today, I will talk to you mainly about some issues that we all know if you're in the robotics AI community, some issues that we're facing with finding the right robotics and AI engineers to join our companies. I know that a lot of other people are going to speak today, are going to present their advances in other robotics aspects, but they all have a robotics team, they all have an AI team to make these happen, and they all probably know that it is not very easy to find the right talent. And also, on the other hand, there are a lot of people that are watching this today, and they know that robotics and AI is the future, but they don't know exactly how to get into this field, how to become skilled professionals in this field, and how to actually start their career by getting the right skills and the right connections. So for all these reasons, I will just present a bit what we've been doing here at Popular Robotics and with our platform Robociti. So for starters, as an introduction, since I'm the first to speak, I'll just speak a little bit broader about the robotics and the applications that are increasing in the world today. We have a lot of applications in logistics and warehouse automation and the last mile service robots. As you can see, it's been very active in the last few years. Also, more traditionally, we have some industrial automation, robotic arms, and some smart factories that have been like increasing and have been becoming more automated year by year. And of course, with COVID and other, let's say, developments of the last few years, we have seen a great boost in robotics and AI used in healthcare, also in fintech, and we have seen a lot of AI services becoming automated. Also, of course, the tech that you use every day, facial recognition, voice recognition, some sort of intelligent interaction and deep fakes have been all around the news. And that is because our industry is growing, is increasing in applications. We have a lot of interesting robots that are entering our homes or showing off really impressive capabilities, such as Atlas, Spot, or Sophia, that are really redefining what robots can do in the recent few years. But despite all of these, let's say, developments, we have some remaining issues in this industry. We have still lack of talent. Actually, there is a high demand for engineers in this field, robotics and AI engineers. And this demand has been growing really rapidly, more than 400% in the last 5 years. We have a shortage of engineers, and in the next 10 years, it is estimated that it's going to reach about 100,000 vacancies. And apart from this, there's no clear path, as I explained, as to how to enter the field. I mean, if you go through traditional education and go through the traditional degrees, still you can have the skills, but still you cannot know exactly how to become a robotics engineer or what is actually needed by companies to be a robotics engineer. Also, even though we have some resources online, they are kind of scattered everywhere, and they are not like organized in a way that you can trust them and you can trust that they are high quality and they're going to get you where you want to go. Also, there is very little communication between companies, experts, students, and enthusiasts in the field, so as to know exactly what requirements they have and what other category can offer to them. Additionally, you have actually, this is a very important factor, a lack of evaluation. You don't, since it's a new field, you don't have a standardized way of evaluating talent. You may have some degrees, but you don't know exactly if they're actually going to satisfy your need as an employer, because I'm a robotics engineer myself, but also an employer now as the CEO of my company. And I know both sides. It's not very easy as an engineer to portray the skills that you may want to portray to the employer to convince them. And also as an employer, sometimes it's not quite easy to know what you're looking for, because a degree can be, let's say, an indication of skills, but it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody has the practical experience that you need to create value in your projects. Also, there is very little indication of whether somebody's soft skills or teamwork experience can help, especially in the new era where we have a lot of remote work. A lot of engineers are working remotely. How can you actually tell that these teamwork skills are going to work in a remote kind of environment? And that creates very high recruitment costs for companies. A lot of the HR managers may not be experts in what exactly they're looking for, and they also don't have specific tools to find the suitable talent. And also, you may have headhunters, but still, you're not really sure that somebody will match your requirements. And for that reason, you have a high churn rate and an overall cost of the recruitment of engineers in our field. That is why in Popular Robotics, we actually created Robociti. Robociti is an online platform that we aim to be the go-to solution for everybody that wants to enter and grow in the field of robotics. And why am I mentioning this as a solution? Because as I mentioned, you need some guidance along your way to become an engineer, and also to find everything that is related to the field. And up to now, there's nothing that can concentrate all the resources in one place. So that is what we're trying to do, to have the education that is necessary, the connections between other engineers and companies. You can showcase your skills, you can build your career through the platform, and develop more applications and create products that you can even sell all in one platform. We start from education, of course, because as we said, we want to bring in more people in the field. We want to create more engineers, and that is why we believe this is a great starting point. And what is more important to understand is that we don't only provide resources, but also have Robociti as a tool, because we started using it on our own as a way to connect to robots and to create virtual applications. And we thought that this is a great way to get more skills across everybody along the world. So let me play a very short video about what Robociti is about. It's very fast forward. So in Robociti, you can create your account. You can gain access to a lot of online courses that you can take on your own or with a guided tutor. Inside the course, you can get theoretical knowledge. You can also see how to assemble robots step by step. You can enter the online programming environment, create code solutions, test the code solutions in simulation environments. You can see people's projects, create your own, join competitions to improve your skills, take assessments that will let you understand exactly what your skill level is, and then see other people's projects, with which you can also earn something called RoboCoins on the platform that will let you understand your skill level, but also you can use to later buy more courses or products on the platform. Just to give you a better understanding of what the online tools that we talked about are, you have a lot of course content from beginner to advanced. You have all the necessary skills that engineers need in terms of AI, robotics. I won't get into too much detail, but everything that you need to know is kind of laid out for you in a specific path that can help you go from very beginner level to more advanced level. We have our programming environment and simulation environment that I mentioned that can help you build solutions and test them, so they don't even have to hardware. And we use a project-based learning approach to give you better experience. And as we mentioned, Robociti is also a tool so that you can use the online programming, the 2D and 3D simulation environment, and also you can use the platform, the online platform that just can be accessed from a browser, to connect to actual hardware and program your robots in real time. So you go step by step from building solutions, testing them, and applying them in real robots, so that you don't have to waste a lot of time by using other programs. And you can do that all step by step by learning and applying. Yeah, and as I mentioned, we also have real-time Wi-Fi connection to the real robots, which can save up to 40 hours in total in setups of your environment and connection to the robot. So it's a great advantage to use a platform like this for learning, but also for building early stage applications. Then we offer flexibility in how you learn, because you can learn on your own, self-learning. We offer a new feature now that's called Team Up. You can organize organize with other peers to learn together. You can have a tutor that can lead you even for a small fee, depending on how they work with that. And then we have our traditional online classes or boot camps, and we can organize as well career paths that offer some extra services to help you get the job, that is including community support, code reviews, some CV reviews, and interview preparation that can help you get more appealing to employers, and then practical projects that can define how useful you are as an engineer. On the platform, we also have a lot of online competitions that can help you improve your skills. It can be task-based, such as you have to submit a specific solution to a code problem. It can be a more project-based or HR-tailored recruitment for specific skill set that you may need. And you can have it automated, you can have it evaluated automatically, or you can have some experts evaluated, or you can also have our community vote for which projects they think are the best. As I mentioned, evaluation is very, very difficult in our field, so we offer our own solution for this on the platform. It's the GATE score, Global AI and Robotics Talent Evaluation, which depending on the performance of students on courses, evaluations, and the competitions, they get some academic points, but also how they contribute in projects, what endorsements they may have, and what collaborations and support they may offer. They get some community points, and then they get a total score that can showcase exactly how they stand for different categories of robotics, something that an employer and an HR manager can actually find very useful. And we can apply that into many users because our platform is global. And then we can get also the, let's say, level of robotics engineers, robotics talent in different places of the world, which is very useful also for government representatives. As for us, we launched the platform in 2020, in March of 2020, and since then we've had more than 11,000 registered users. We have a lot of active users in India, China, Nigeria, Pakistan, USA, UK, and a lot of other countries. A lot of users are sharing their projects, are creating forum conversations, and are viewing other people's projects. We've created a lot of events and have our courses also in collaborating platforms like Udemy and AppSumo, but making sure that people understand that our platform offers the most suitable tools for robotics and AI. We've been having a lot of programs that also have some social responsibility, programs for women. Yes, my time is up.
If you,
okay.
Yeah, please, because you have a question and we need to make it sure.
Definitely, I'll wrap this up. So as I mentioned, a lot of programs and competitions. We've used the platform as well in offline settings and build the partner network in the education field, in the industry, with a lot of incubators and research institutes. So more or less, this was my presentation. You can get in on the platform by going to robociti.com, contact us through the emails that you see here, but also a small offer just to wrap this up quite nicely. We have our own career path now at a promotional offer, but also for the people that are going to join in the next 20 days until February 15th, we'll offer our new ROS courses. Everybody that's in robotics knows about ROS, the Robot Operating System. So we have some new courses coming out, so they'll have first access to it. So make sure you don't miss this opportunity. That's it. Thank you so much, Hanan. I'll be ready for questions now.
You're welcome, and thank you for this presentation. Just to let you know that Salih from Sunday Robotics, he agreed 100% with you and would like you now to discuss cooperation. He's in our speaker panels. You will have the opportunity to meet him. Then I have two questions. Do you deliver a certification for people? Meaning when you have such kind of training, you need to have a diploma, you need to have something to show to your potential boss. And you cannot just say, I follow it course. Do you have something in place, and if it is recognized?
Yes, we have our certification system based on the performance of the students on the courses and the competitions and the peer-reviewed, projects. We are cooperating with some universities here in China, and we have a sort of acknowledgement of our let's say, certifications through them. But on a global scale, we are still working on a more global, let's say, approach. But as I mentioned, evaluation in these skills is not that easy. Even if you have some university backing up your certification, does not mean that the person can actually has actually mastered these skills. So for us, we believe that showing a portfolio from a student on the platform that includes all the projects they've worked on, and they can see them in a GitHub style version, that is a better proof for any employer or engineer that is recruiting to understand what the person has to offer instead of just
Thank you so much.
accreditation.
Thank you so much. I have a lot of questions. I will not be able to ask everything. Just a question from Yuan Nadal. Can we follow the courses with our own robot?
So for now, we have an
short answer, please, because really
sure.
I have.
We have an integration for Ubuntu systems. So if you want to connect an Ubuntu system robot, you can do that. For other systems, we have to discuss more in detail. So please ask me later in private.
Okay, then we have other questions like how to start a new business for robotics. We will ask in the round table. I cannot ask now, from Salman Ali. We will ask this question, I promise, but not yet. We have also a lot of other questions that we will try, to send them to Sotirios later. Now